Welcome back, Smile Squad, to another episode of Smile Sessions, the podcast where we dive deep into living a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. I'm your host, Christina Perry, and today's topic, this one's going to hit home. We're talking about why good people get tired. Tired of showing up, of giving, of being there for people who don't seem to notice or care. Let's be real for a second. If you're someone who gives from the heart, listens, helps, supports, you've probably been here. You're always there for your friends, but when you need someone, crickets. You're the rock of the family, constantly sacrificing. Yet, no one seems to acknowledge it. At work, you go the extra mile. Instead of a thank you, you get more work. Does that sound familiar? I thought so. Today, we're diving into why this happens, why it's okay to feel this way, and most importantly, how to protect your energy without losing the kindness that makes you you. So take a deep breath, get comfy, and let's talk about it. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a small, delicate sunflower. Every day you water it, you place it in the sun, you even talk to it because you care. You don't expect much, just to see it grow. But what if, no matter what you do, it still keeps wilting? What if it never blooms? At some point, wouldn't you question, why am I even trying? This is what happens when we keep giving to people who don't appreciate us. It's not that we expect grand rewards, but deep down, humans, just like that sunflower, need a little bit of light, a little recognition to thrive. And when we don't get that, that's when exhaustion creeps in. Think of yourself as a cup of water. Every time you give, whether it's emotional support, time, or energy, you're pouring a little out. But if no one pours back into you, what happens? You run empty. And when that happens, kindness starts feeling like a burden instead of something natural. Let's be honest. Some people are takers. They take, and it never crosses their mind to give back. You're always checking in, but do they ever check in on you? You always compromise in your relationship, but do they ever meet you halfway? You always step up at work, but does your boss ever acknowledge it? When a relationship, whether personal or professional, is one-sided, it stops being a connection and it starts becoming a transaction. And that's when you stop feeling valued and start feeling used. Here's the part we don't talk about enough. When people constantly overlook your efforts, it starts messing with your self-esteem. You start questioning, does what I do even matter? Am I just wasting my time? Why do I care so much when no one else seems to? I'll be honest, I've caught myself muttering nobody cares under my breath more times than I can count. But here's the truth. You matter. Your kindness matters. And if you're surrounded by people who don't see that, it's not because you're not enough. It's because they're not paying attention. And this is the real danger when good people get tired. It's not just exhaustion, it's frustration. You start looking at certain people and think, wow, I've done so much for you, and you don't even see it. And then that frustration turns into resentment. And the problem with resentment is that it doesn't just pull you away from ungrateful people, it has you close yourself off from other people too. And that's not fair to you or to those who appreciate you, because your kindness is a gift. It just needs to be given to the right people. The solution isn't to stop being kind. The world needs more kindness, not less. But we have to be smart about where we give it. Set boundaries without guilt. This one's hard, especially if you're a giver. But let me say this loud and clear. You are allowed to say no. You do not have to be everything for everyone. You do not have to pour into people who never pour into you. Setting boundaries isn't mean, it's necessary. Shift your energy to people who deserve it. Not everyone is ungrateful. There are people who see you, who value you, and who would love to have someone like you in their corner. So instead of exhausting yourself on people who never appreciate you, redirect that love to those who do. Stop expecting change from the wrong people. Some people, they'll never change, no matter how much you do for them. They won't appreciate it, and that's not on you. That's on them. So instead of waiting for them to wake up and realize your worth, just let go. Free yourself from that cycle. Give, but also receive. You deserve friendships, relationships, and environments that give back to you. Surround yourself with people who check in on you, who lift you up, who celebrate you, and not just when you're giving, but for who you are. If you take one thing from today's episode, let it be this. Your kindness is a gift, but gifts, they're meant to be given to people that appreciate them. So to all the good-hearted souls listening, please don't stop being kind, but also don't let ungrateful people drain the light out of you. Set boundaries, protect your energy, and most importantly, surround yourself with people who see your worth because you deserve that. That's it for today's episode of Smile Sessions. If it resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you've been feeling drained lately, then take this as a sign to start protecting your energy. Tune in next week when we explore why we stay quiet in our pain, how healing out loud can change everything, and practical ways to do it in a way that feels right for you. Remember, keep smiling, and remember to keep smiling for you too. I'm Christina Perry, and this has been another session for your soul.